The Book of the Damned, by Charles Hoyfort, Chapter 23b. Luminous Rains Sometime Fall. Nature, March 9, 1882. Nature, Volume 25, page 437. This is light that is not the light of incandescence, but no one can say that these occasional, or rare, rains come from this earth's externality. We simply note cold light of falling bodies. For luminous rain, snow, and dust, see Hartwick, Aerial World, page 319. As to luminous clouds, we have more nearly definite observations and opinions. They mark transition between the old dominant and the new dominant. We have already noted the transition in Professor Schwedoff's theory of external origin of some hailstones, and the implications that, to a former generation, seemed so preposterous. Droll was the word, that there are in interplanetary regions volumes of water, whether they have fishes and frogs in them or not. Now our acceptance is that clouds sometimes come from external regions, having had origin from supergeographical lakes and oceans that we shall not attempt to chart, just at present, only suggesting to enterprising aviators, and we note that we put it all up to them, and show no inclination to go columbusing on our own account, that they take bathing suits, or, rather, deep-sea diving suits along. So then that some clouds come from interplanetary oceans of the Super Sargasso Sea, if we still accept the Super Sargasso Sea, and shine upon entering this Earth's atmosphere. In Himlanderde, February, 1889, a phenomenon of transition of 30 years ago, Hero Jesse, in his observations upon luminous night clouds, notes the great height of them, and drolly or sensibly suggests that some of them may have come from regions external to this Earth. I suppose he means only from other planets. But it's a very droll and sensible idea either way. In general, I am accounting for a great deal of this Earth's isolation. That it is relatively isolated by circumstances that are similar to the circumstances that make for relative isolation of the bottom of the ocean, except that there is a clumsiness of analogy now. To call ourselves deep-sea fishes has been convenient, but in a quasi-existence, there is no convenience that will not sooner or later turn awkward. So, if there be denser regions aloft, these regions should now be regarded as analogues of far submerged oceanic regions, and things coming to this Earth would be like things rising to an attenuated medium, and exploding, sometimes incandescently, sometimes with cold light, sometimes non-luminously, like deep-sea fishes brought to the surface, altogether conditions of inhospitality. I have a suspicion that, in their own depths, deep-sea fishes are not luminous. If they are, Darwinism is mere Jesuitism in attempting to correlate them. Such advertising would so attract attention that all advantages would be more than offset. Darwinism is largely a doctrine of concealment. Here we have brazen proclamation, if accepted. Fishes in the Mammoth Cave need no light to see by. We might have an expression that deep-sea fishes turn luminous upon entering a less dense medium, but models in the American Museum of Natural History, specialized organs of luminosity upon these models. Of course we do remember that awfully convincing dodo, and some of our sophistications we trace to him. At any rate, disruption is regarded as a phenomenon of coming from a dense to a less dense medium.